This is our spaceman.
So that really sucks because the whole boat is going to have a bunch of dust and glass and shit in it. I'm Taryn, this is Logan, and this is Max. Our life rarely goes as planned, and this story is no different. But we are determined to rebuild our beautiful steel boat, even stronger than she was before. And we're bringing you along with us. So it's Thursday today, which isn't our usual day at the boat, but because we're getting prepped for sandblasting, we're working the days that are usually our paid days. So this morning, Logan has gone and taken the rudder and the rudder shaft down to Duncan, which is about an hour and a half south, so that we can see if we can get it machined, the rudder post, because you guys saw that big keyway that is not really a keyway. That was literally somebody just taking a grinder to the shaft. And we want that filled, and we want new keyways put in for the two arms that need to go on the rudder shaft in order for us to actually have steering. And that's the closest shop that can potentially do the work that we need done. So he's down there. He took our only car. So I rode my bike to work today, which was really nice. It meant though that Max had to stay at home for a few extra hours because he does not do so well running on the road anymore because he's getting old. But I'm here. I'm gonna get going on getting things prepped still. We've got quite a bit of work left to do before we're ready to actually have a sandblaster in here. It's just been a lot. Yesterday I didn't film anything because I was so concentrated on getting the work done, but yesterday was a one step forward, two steps back kind of day. We thought we had things ready to go and we were working on a project, and then realized that we had other things that we needed to do before we could complete that project. So that happened about 4 times yesterday, where we thought we were getting somewhere and then it turned out we had other things we needed to do first. So that's just the way it goes. Today should hopefully not be as much of that kind of day because pretty much everything's out of the boat. Anyway, I guess I should get to work. Let's go. So here's an example of the one step forward, two steps back that happened yesterday. So I had the main cabin area all tarped off and ready for being blasted. And then we realized that all of the electrical instruments inside hadn't been taped separately, which we want to do because there's like a very high chance of dust getting underneath and into that whole area. So I had to take the tape off and get in underneath into that area to tape all the electrical. And then on top of that, I realized that our jib tracks on the outside of the deck, they all have tapped bolt holes that go through the deck that we want to reuse, and none of them have bolts in them or have been taped off or anything, and we don't want them getting blasted or full of dust. So I have to go back in again on both sides, not just the one side, but both sides where I've already taped the plastic in. We've got to go in there and put bolts in through all of those holes, and also a lot of those holes have spray foams on them or under them, so it's not going to be easy. It's going to be pretty annoying actually, but that's what I'm going to do now. So Logan was sanding the paint yesterday all along where we need to sandblast, so like all the paint that got melted when we were welding. And now the whole shop is covered in a weird white powder, it looks like. Kind of looks like it snowed in here. This is just ridiculous. Just gross. So, time to vacuum. Another big job we had to do before getting ready to blast was pulling the shop to make sure we could contain all of the dust. Of course, the camera died before capturing the funnest part to watch on the camera. But anyway, after the poly, we had to put up some scaffolding. So I'm coming to you right now from the inside of my car because it's really noisy outside. We have the sandblaster here, Logan's grinding, helping his uncle fix something, his dad's working here, his uncle's working here. And man, does that sandblaster make a lot of noise. So in case you guys missed it, we ended up hiring somebody to come sandblast the interior and the exterior of the boat because we couldn't use the wet blaster that we used to do the chain locker, and that's mostly because of the mess it was going to make. There's just no way to like extract it properly. And turning that blaster into a dry blaster wasn't going to be that hard. Yeah, you can hear it firing up. But the issue was more the fact that then we had to deal with getting a bunch of safety gear to safely do that and then all the cleanup. We decided that our best way of doing things was going to be to hire somebody if we could find somebody that we could do it within our budget. And we did, we found somebody. So he's here currently doing that. He just finished the interior and now he's working on the bulwarks and the exterior. Man, it blows a lot of dust. Howdy. This is our spaceman. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Watch your eyes.
Yeah, Charlie, you're gonna want to come back here.
Yeah.
And now you're on video, sucker.
No.
This is Logan's dad, Charlie. He hasn't really made it onto camera yet, but...
My better side?
Rudder bushing.
Are we putting a new bushing in?
Nope. No. There's just one little gouge out of it.
Which was probably there already. What do you think?
Yeah, that looks great. That looks awesome. Can I get you to do this bit? Is there any chance that you can get the bottom side of here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's got bolts in it. Don't worry about the bolts, they're getting replaced.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jordan the spaceman has left after doing a fantastic job of blasting the boat, and we are so happy that it's done for the most part and we don't have to do it. So what I mean by done for the most part is that he couldn't actually get into the water tank to do that because he had the wrong medium for it, which he didn't know because he hadn't seen it directly. So he's gonna come back next week hopefully and blast that, and that gives us a chance also to try to chisel out as much paint as we can so that it's easier for him to get in there and blast, because it's not easy to blast paint. So he should come do that next week. And in the meantime, we are gonna clean this boat up, as you can hear in the background vacuums, and get her ready for paint tomorrow. So we have Dennis and Terry with us again. So lucky to have them. They're staying the night, and tomorrow they're gonna help us paint, and tomorrow we also have our friend Trevor coming to help. Not the Trevor that you know, a different Trevor. Today we are going to finish cleaning this up. It's like 9 o'clock at night already, we're tired. But we're gonna vacuum it up and get it ready, or as ready as we can for tomorrow. So hopefully all we have to do tomorrow is show up, acetone, and then start mixing paint. Wish us luck. Let's get going. So we're back here at the boat, day number 2 of cleaning and then hopefully painting. Man, there's so much cleanup though, it's crazy. It's just so dusty. But luckily having an extra 2 sets of hands is really helping out and making things go faster. It would have been probably 2 days of me and Logan cleaning on our own. So we're very appreciative of Dennis and Terry being here to help us. They probably won't like us very much by the end of this, but oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to shoveling. Well, I had the entire interior of the boat sealed off with tape so that we wouldn't get sand in it. And a bunch of the poly ripped off when he was blasting, so sand got in behind all of that poly. And by sand I mean little tiny bits of glass. So that really sucks because the whole boat is gonna have a bunch of dust and glass and shit in it. Luckily, I think most of the electronics were pretty well taped off, but it's gonna be an absolute disaster and so much more work to clean and to clean out than we thought it was gonna be, so that sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. And we need one more vacuum than we have.
Look at all of the nice shiny paint.
Guess what?
We did a thing.
We did a really big thing with a lot of help. It wasn't just us.
No, we had a
Man.
lot of help.
But we got the first coat of primer on the boat, which means that we have paint on the boat. We have paint back on the outside of the boat and the inside of the boat. The only thing that still needs to be painted is the water tanks and one small spot that I forgot.
Yeah. Which is totally doable.
That's so exciting! That's so exciting! We're so much closer to the water now. And it looks like a boat again. Like, actually. Like, you can't see any bare metal anymore. Oh. So it took us 2 days to do this. So yesterday, Jordan came and sandblasted, and he did an amazing job. He was here at like 9:30, 10, and finished at 7.
I think he was...
Yeah, it was a long day.
It was a long day.
So then we cleaned until 10 o'clock with Terry and Dennis, who came all the way from Victoria again to help us. Also, so did Jordan. So thank you, Jordan, for coming so far. Don't know what we would have done without you, honestly. Same with Terry and Dennis. And then today, we spent the first, I don't even know how many hours.
The majority of the day, probably.
Yeah.
Cleaning.
And we started painting at like 4:35. And our friend Trevor, who's not the Trevor that you see in our videos all the time, it's a different Trevor. He came to help us paint and was here for a few hours as well, helping. And yeah, without the three of them helping, this would not be done right now. We would still be painting. So we're so grateful to everybody that came and helped on this project, getting this last project moving. And to our patrons, especially, for sticking with us through all this craziness. And also to every one of you who has viewed this video and any other video of us going through this madness. Because holy crap, it's been a lot for us. And I don't know if I'd be able to stand watching other people go through the crap that we've gone through on this boat. So
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that all of you who have watched it have enjoyed it, I think. Maybe you just enjoy watching us suffer, but that's fine.
But lots of you have left really, really nice comments, and that has kept us going through all of this, because I think if we could have quit, we probably would have by now.
Having this community here has been paramount. Like, Terry and Dennis are here because they found our channel and reached out and were like, can we come see the boat? Can we come help? And we were like, yes, please. Please do. And they showed up, and they have been amazing. They've been so helpful. They've gone over and above.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just so grateful for their help. It was not fun jobs that they helped with either. We're so thankful for everybody that has helped us on this project so far, and we're thankful to everybody that we're still yet to rope into helping us, because we're not in the water yet, which means that we could still use some help. So, advanced thank you to everybody else who's going to come help us on the boat. Yeah, anyway, we're feeling very accomplished today.
Time to clean up and go home.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week.
Are you excited to go home, Max? Is it time to go home? Are you over your fireworks?
Is there scary fireworks, bud? Yeah, you got scared. Okay, you ready to go home? Are we gonna go home? Is it bedtime? Is there a dinner thing happening in between there? Yeah, okay, we're ready to go.